You're watching CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown.
Hello, I'm Juan Fernandez, and here's a look at your top stories. The woman at the center of Donald Trump's criminal trial in New York took the witness stand today. KCAL News reporter Michael George is live in New York with more on the testimony. Michael?
Well, Juan, former President Trump had to sit silently in court and listen as Stormy Daniels described in graphic detail an alleged sexual encounter between them. Now, Trump didn't react much and barely looked at Daniels during that testimony, but his lawyers tried and failed to get the case tossed. Former President Donald Trump's attorney asked for a mistrial, calling Tuesday's testimony from adult film star Stormy Daniels extraordinarily prejudicial. The judge denied the request, but did agree some things were better left unsaid. Daniels recalled meeting the former president in his hotel suite in Lake Tahoe in 2006. She testified they spoke for 2 hours, including a mention of Melania Trump. And Daniels said when she came out of the bathroom, the former president was on the bed wearing boxers and a T-shirt. She told the court they ultimately had sex, and she took a cab back to her hotel, telling very few people what had happened.
A few things the prosecution has brought out is that he never asked her to keep quiet about this. He never asked her to keep it from his wife, and these are things that the defense will want to raise later.
Trump denies the alleged encounter.
The prosecution has to establish that the former president had an incentive to cover up these payments to Stormy Daniels, to make the payments and cover it up. And in order to do that, the prosecution has to show that she would have been a compelling figure had she told this story right before the election.
On the stand, Daniels detailed the financial arrangement, testifying she signed a contract in exchange for her silence, and the $130,000 payment was late. Earlier, Trump called the criminal trial unfair and said there's no smoking gun.
That's what they're trying to get us on, the fact that we call a legal expense a legal expense.
Trump also railed against the judge's gag order on his way into court, calling it unconstitutional, but made no mention of Daniels by name. And remember, it was only yesterday that the judge threatened to lock Trump up for repeatedly violating the gag order, and Trump has suggested he'd be willing to go to jail. Reporting live in Manhattan, Michael George. Juan, back to you.
Yeah, what a day in court. Michael, thank you so much for that. On to breaking news now, also involving former President Trump, this time out of Florida. A federal judge has indefinitely postponed Trump's classified documents trial. The judge cited issues around pretrial motions in the case. The trial was set to start on May 20th. The judge said she would schedule the trial date at a future time. 2 security guards are recovering after a violent altercation with a suspect at a metro station in East Hollywood. One of the guards was stabbed. KCAL News reporter Luzdelia Caballero explains what happened.
I'm Luzdelia Caballero, and we are in East Hollywood on Vermont between Fountain and Sunset, where a metro contract security guard was stabbed. And another person, according to the metro, a trespasser, was shot and killed. This is what we know. It seems like this incident happened just after 9 o'clock this morning. You can see detectives here on scene. We understand the LAPD has taken over the investigation. So the LA Metro says that this morning a metro contract security guard encountered a trespasser during a routine security sweep of a non-public area at the Vermont Sunset Station. They say an altercation followed where contract security guards first used pepper spray. Then, after the trespasser stabbed one of the contract security guards in the leg, a guard fired a weapon in self-defense. We're told the security guard has been taken to the hospital in stable condition, and the trespasser died, potentially on scene. Stay with KCAL News at 5 as we work to get you the very latest information about what happened here on this scene.
Right now to this, UCLA has launched an investigation into the violent attacks at Royce Quad last week. UCLA's chancellor says, quote, identifying those responsible for the violence on campus remains an important priority. Meanwhile, at USC, preparations are in full swing for graduation ceremonies tomorrow. USC previously canceled the main stage commencement ceremony. The smaller graduation ceremonies start tomorrow and run through Saturday. Right, turning now to your weather, another nice sunny day for us out there, and the temperatures, well, they keep rising. So what can we expect for the rest of the week? Let's check in with meteorologist Olga Ospina with her next weather forecast. Olga.
Hi, Juan. Yes, we are looking at warm temperatures for the week ahead, continuing to climb in the coming days. And the winds are actually going to be intensifying as we head into the next several hours. By late tonight into the early part of your Wednesday, we're already seeing those strong winds, especially out through parts of the Antelope Valley. That is one of the areas that is going to be under a wind advisory as we head into late afternoon. Wind futurecast showing us, again, those winds really picking up for our high deserts. Still strong even for places like the Santa Clarita Valley through the I-5 corridor, moving into parts of Ventura County. Inland Empire, you will also be feeling those strong gusty winds that do weaken as we head into Wednesday afternoon and into the evening hours. Want to show you what's happening in Lancaster. Again, that's one of the areas that is experiencing some of the strongest winds. We will continue to feel some winds in the 30s and upper 20s as we head into tonight. Winds weaken as we head into tomorrow morning, down into the single digits, and then becoming a little bit more moderate as we head into tomorrow afternoon, but below advisory level. Wind advisory goes into effect late this afternoon until 3 a.m. on Wednesday. That includes parts of Ventura County into the Santa Clarita Valley, and there is the Antelope Valley as well, seeing that wind advisory for those gusts of up to about 45 miles per hour. Let's talk about temperatures. It has been a nice one. You can see some sunshine out there. Numbers currently in downtown Los Angeles, 72 degrees with some clear skies, and we even have some 80s. 82 currently in Santa Clarita as we head into the Antelope Valley, feeling upper 70s in Palmdale. LA area has 76 in Van Nuys, 71 in Long Beach, and into Orange County, feeling plenty of 70s and some upper 60s for the Newport coast as well as Lake Mission Viejo. Inland Empire, another warm spot, feeling upper 70s in Moreno Valley as well as San Bernardino. 60s for Big Bear City right now, as well as Lake Arrowhead. Let's talk about the weekend. Temperatures will continue to rise. Average for the LA area is 73. We're looking at 76 on Saturday. Mother's Day on Sunday looking fantastic as well. 75 will be that daytime high, and we are expecting to stay dry as we head into the coming days, into the weekend and into early next week. Here is the setup. Futurecast showing us that ridge of high pressure setting up off the shore, and that's going to bring us those warm temperatures as we head into the next few days, keeping things dry. Numbers in the 70s and 80s for a lot of our inland spots as we head into the next 7 days for the LAOC metro area, in the mid to upper 70s as we head into this weekend, and even warmer for the valleys. 81 tomorrow, upper 70s on Thursday, continuing in the 80s all the way into Sunday. For the Inland Empire, we will continue feeling 80s there, even upper 80s by Friday into Saturday. 86 degrees on Mother's Day Sunday. And here's a check of the deserts, the mountains and the beaches. Still mild along the coastline with upper 60s and low 70s. But for those inland spots, we're going to be feeling those really warm temperatures. Juan.
Looks good, Olga. Thank you. This has been CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown. Thanks for joining us. I'm Juan Fernandez. We'll be back live here at 4 on CBS News Los Angeles.